and welcome to my event blog. So for those who don't know, I am new to YouTube. My name's Lucy. I am a 21-year-old event management student at Manchester Metropolitan University, and I wanted to create a platform that allowed me to share my experiences, share my knowledge, share the things I've learnt, and advise others, maybe people who are looking to go to university, whether they want to study event management or not, and those who have started university and need just that little bit of guidance. I've created a few platforms. I have my event blog, which I will link below. I have my event Instagram, which I will link below, but I will also put the ads up here somewhere. And I have my event Facebook, which I've started recently, which is just the same as my Instagram, except it allows a wider range of audiences to follow me. So I do post similar things on my Instagram and my Facebook. Anything that is posted on my Instagram is automatically posted to my Facebook, and a few little extra bits on my Facebook for those followers there. I'm still going to be creating my event blogs. However, I did a poll over on my Instagram the other day that was how do people prefer to learn information? Is it through video or is it through reading? And a whopping 85% of my followers wanted video content rather than reading content. And I do enjoy writing my blogs, so I will still post them every Friday as usual, but I wanted to try and find a way to get more content out that more people would want to read, listen to, be interested in. And I think by doing these videos I'll be able to get more facts and figures out. I'll be able to do so much more than I would just typing it and just writing it. So I went in at the deep end and I started my YouTube video. So as well as this, I asked my Instagram followers what kind of content they'd like in my first video. Would they like to throw me in at the deep end and go straight for events? Or would they like a little bit about me? And you all said, in fact 100% said, all about me. Which is fine, I'm totally happy to share. However, I do have a tendency to talk far too much, and anybody who knows me will definitely agree with that one. So I asked a few questions. I did a question poll as well. So I asked what information about me you all wanted to know. And if you chose events, what kind of event information would you like to know? And luckily, all the answers in questions kind of came together. So I'm able to answer every question that was asked today. There was only a few, but it's enough to get me started. So let's get into it. So one of the first questions was how I started my career. So I am a university student. I've not actually got a job in the event industry just yet. This time next year I would definitely be hoping to have one, as I will graduate this time next year. I started in the event industry when I was 16 years old. I got a job at a local theatre, the Octagon Theatre in Bolton, and I had no idea what the job entailed. I just really wanted a job at this point. So I started as a front of house assistant, which involved working on a cafe, working on the shop, ushering, and when I was old enough, working on the bar. And then as I got older, I had a year off before I went to uni, and I got a job on the box office, which allowed me to show off my customer service skills and learn some new tips and tricks within the theatre industry. Now, at the time, I had absolutely no idea what event management was. I didn't know it was a degree. I had no clue. And looking back now, the skills and the lessons that I was taught at the theatre have really, really helped me along the way, especially through my degree. I've got so many invaluable lessons from that job that I owe them a lot. However, times changed, and as a student, I needed more money to get to and from uni, and the theatre underwent a huge refurbishment, which it's still going under just now because of COVID, and I had to leave, unfortunately. So I went for a completely different path, and I got a job as a sales assistant in a retail store for children, and within a year I was promoted to supervisor. So I'm now getting my management side rather than my event experience. So yeah, it's a completely different to what I'll be going into in the future, but I'm getting that managerial skills. I'm learning how to say no, how to be more confident, how to tell someone when they're not doing their job properly. All vital skills that I'll need in the future. What is your favourite or dream event to plan? So my favourite kind of events are pretty much all of them. I love musicals, I love theatre, I love sports, and I love concerts. I'm not a massive festival fan. That is one thing to know about me. I'm not really keen on them. They're not kind of my thing. It wouldn't be to say that I'd never work on one. It's really not for me. So my favourite type of event to work on would probably be a sporting event. To me personally, I think I'm a big football fan. So the thought of working for my dream football club, the club I support now, would be incredible. It'd be top tier for me. However, I know that would be very hard because I support a team, I support Manchester City, so to get into that would be incredible, but it'd involve a lot of hard work. But yeah, I personally do feel that every football club, in fact most sports clubs, could do with better pre-match entertainment, during the match entertainment like half-time, and post-match entertainment. City have dabbled in it several times, and sometimes it works, sometimes it's not. And I think they just need to keep, clubs just need to keep trial and error really, isn't it, to see what the fans and the supporters would want. But I do feel like it could be better inside the stadium. So I think that's a lot to work on, and something to aspire to for myself. Oh, I would also love to work on an event as big as the Olympics. I've been thinking recently what kind of sporting events are for me, and I love football. I absolutely do. It's not to say that I wouldn't work on other sporting events. I absolutely would. It'd be incredible, but I think a World Cup or the Olympics is something I would aspire to be able to work on, even if it's just as a volunteer. It'd be incredible. I was too young for the 2012 Olympics. I did visit London at the time. It was so busy. It was amazing to see, but I was definitely too young to volunteer or to really understand how big of an event it was. But yeah, in the future, that is definitely something I'd love to work on. So another question I got was, what aspect of events would you like to work on? So again, it'd be sport for me. Sporting events is the one for me, I think. Recently, ever since starting my Instagram, I have had a little liking for weddings and that sort of industry. But again, it's not as big of a passion for me as sport is. It might be something I dabble in a little bit, I have a go at, I have a look into, but I just don't think it'd be something that I'd want to pursue properly. Doesn't mean I'm not going to speak about it, because I absolutely will. I've done so much research on the wedding industry recently that I would definitely want to interview some event professionals about in the future, to help you guys who love weddings, love festivals, love everything. I am going to cover every aspect of events within my videos. It's just, for me personally, I don't think a wedding is something I would work in and be fully confident with. I don't know. To me, it's a lot of pressure. It's somebody's big day. It's a day that everyone will remember forever. And I know most events are like that, but to me, the wedding industry is just something that would definitely challenge me and I would definitely look into, but I'm not entirely sure if it's something that I would want to pursue for the long term. Another question I got was, have I ever hosted my own event? The answer is yes, and I am going to answer this very briefly because this is going to be a future video. But as part of my university course this year, to hold my own professional event, we did it in groups, and we had a lot of setbacks as a group. We had a lot of challenges to face, and it was an incredible experience. But going into it in second year, I was absolutely petrified. So I've wanted to create a video about the whole event experience that I had, and some tips and tricks for those students who will be putting on an event in the future. I know that some universities do it in third year, some universities do it in second year, so anything I can do to help those would be absolutely incredible for me. Another question I got was, what do you expect from creating a vlog? So as I said at the beginning, I am currently creating my own online portfolio. I'm hoping to get some followers, some views, and to create content that is meaningful, content that people need, content people will want to use, and I just want to be able to be helpful. And I wanted to be able to create something that people will need, people will use, people will want to look for. So anything I can do to help, anything I could do to get better, any teachings I can teach, any advice I can give, I will absolutely share it with everybody. Whether it be in vlog style, blog style, post style, it will get out there. Everything I will know will be out there for everyone to learn, and I'm hoping that by creating this online portfolio, future businesses can look into me and see that I do know what I'm talking about. I am quite confident in what I'm doing, and hopefully it's an extra CV boost, so people can see on my CV that I've got all these channels. They can go and have a look and they can see me talk in detail, whereas on your CV you can't really go into that much detail because you've not got a million pages to use. So if you do like the content, if you do like this video, it would be a huge help if you could thumbs up the video and if you could subscribe to my channel, because then I know that people want to see the content, people want what I am saying, and people are liking the content I'm giving out. And the last question I received was, what are you most interested in the event sector? So when I started university, all I wanted to do was sports. Sporting events was all I wanted to do, and for months sporting events were ignored. It was all about festivals, all about weddings, and that kind of gave me a slightly bad attitude towards university itself. But I made it through and we got to the sporting event content and I loved it. But in terms of the different aspects of events, I really saw that I began to do a lot better in my coursework when my coursework was aimed at marketing. So the marketing topics through university have been some of my best topics so far. It's been incredible to see the difference in my grades between marketing and something else, and because of this, marketing has become my favourite aspect of events so far. I do follow a lot of marketing girls on Instagram, and seeing their content and learning things from them has really helped grow my love for marketing as well. So you never know, next year I might learn a new topic that I might excel in and I might absolutely love, but for the last 2 years marketing has absolutely run the show, and that has been the aspect that I really have loved to learn. So that's all from me for my first ever YouTube video. Let me know what you thought below in the comments. Feel free to DM me on Instagram or on Facebook. I will link all of my platforms below so that you can follow me on them. And yeah, make sure you thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll see you soon with a new video.